Hello, and again, welcome to Bit Depth. I'm Santiago Ramones. Across from me is...
Sable.
Hi, I love you.
Hi.
So, since by the time that this episode comes out, yesterday will have been future past tense.
No.
What?
No. If you're releasing this on the Thursday,
Yes.
it'll be on Tuesday.
Oh, yes. The 12th.
Yes.
So,
No.
how?
14th?
14th? Let me go ahead and pull up a calendar here so that I can be very, very sure about it.
Pretty sure it's on
Yes,
Tuesday.
the 14th is a Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then, yes, 2 days before will have been our 8-year anniversary of whenever we, I don't know, what would you call that? We didn't really, start dating, but...
No, I guess just whenever we met and
Whenever we,
started talking.
Talking, is that the term?
You started talking to me
afterwards. Okay, so...
Backstory!
Yeah. Well, first let me say that, I at least I thought it would be cute, and it's also that people have asked for, I don't know, relationship advice of me because we've been together so long.
Mm-hmm. I've been asked as well by a few people.
Yeah, and so not a lot of people our age make it to 8 years in a relationship. So
Nope.
I figured some people would want to know some stuff as to how we have gotten through all of this. So, for starters, how we started.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and explain the, age thing.
Sure.
So Sable is 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
And it's a lot less problematic now that we're adults, but it was a little weird whenever we were younger, 8 years ago. But anyways, so whenever I was a freshman,
Mm-hmm.
you were a freshman.
Yep. We were freshmen together.
Right, but of different school calibers. I was in high school.
Yeah.
The way that I knew Sable was through marching band, through Brianna, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Who was through your brother.
Yeah. Well, it was through.
But I also knew
Daniel,
your
but-
brother
Yeah,
before
but
I knew you.
y'all weren't friends or whatever.
I was a section leader
Sure.
for at least 2 years.
Yeah, but y'all didn't hang out.
Nah,
So
not really.
yeah, so you hung out with Brianna,
Mm-hmm.
but Daniel hung out with Brianna, and so that's how that secondhand
Ish.
thing goes. Yeah. Well, I would sort of hang around and try to get to know the older kids because it's cool. And I guess I saw you at I don't know, a football game or something for
Mhm.
marching band because you were, what was it that?
Success Central.
Okay, yeah.
Volunteer. We had to do volunteer hours or something. And so teacher was like, pick a place, go do volunteer work. And I was like, do we have to? Of course, this is a blow-off class. No one
Right.
cared
No,
about it.
everyone has to take that class.
Yeah, I think I knew a few people that just didn't take it at all.
Sure.
But I was
I
like,
didn't either.
yeah, like you or Matt.
Mhm.
So I just decided, well, I'll just go ahead and go back over to North and help out there, help out the band moms and stuff like that. So I was that alumni that helped with water, with getting any equipment, with the food bars, whatever.
Yeah.
I was also mainly there to see Brianna and Amy and my old friends that were younger than me.
Yeah. So I think going back in my mind, I think one of the first moments that I remember noting you.
Excuse me as I adjust.
That's okay.
Oh God.
Was whenever, like during a football game, you were like throwing Nutri-Grain bars at people, and I was like, "Hey, look at me."
Is it one of those like in your head, like the slow motion, like with like blurry,
No,
sparkly background, like some like cheese?
Tchaikovsky. So, but yeah, so I was like, "Ooh, I want to get to know this girl. She seems like, I don't know. I was kind of an emo kid. You like kind of looked like an emo kid. Like, hey, I was interested. And then so like band parties and stuff.
Yeah.
We had gone to other. So I mean, band parties are just a bunch of band kids get together and grind on each other in the dark.
I hate that. I regret it now. Like
I don't.
I do.
I know because that's how we started.
I also just hate that word.
To be young and full of hormones and want to have physical contact with anything that moves. Yeah, so I don't know, like the second or third band party that I had gone to was at our friend Chris's house.
I know we talked about this. Was Chris's before or after Sharon's?
Sharon's was before.
Sharon's was before?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I definitely remember it was at Chris's is when we started talking.
Yeah, so at Chris's band party, Chris wasn't even in a band, he just hosted the party, I like made it a goal of mine to like, I don't know, pursue you. And so like I tried dancing with you a lot more or whatever. And tried to be like impressive or whatever that means.
You did your whole like fall and catch yourself like push up position thing.
Yeah. Well,
I remember that very distinctly and just being like petrified because I was like, oh God, he's going to hurt himself.
No, I'm pretty good at that.
No. Well, I didn't know then as I do now. So it doesn't faze me nearly as much.
So then after that, I had like, or like the day after, I had like texted Brianna asking for your number. So from that point, what was your point of view, I guess?
Okay, so to set the stage, if you will, Brianna and I were down here downtown at the Riverwalk. We were meeting up with like this guy that we had met. He was like one of those guys that sells like the sausage and cheeses that you see like for like winter time at the malls. Because I had to like go talk to a stranger for like another project in Success Central. It was like one of those things where it's like break free, do stuff. So it was weird. That was also where I had to like take photos of like the Asian market or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so he was way more interested in Brianna. And so he had set up technically, I guess, a date to like go to dinner with her. But she, still being a minor, she was like scared because this guy was probably like my age at the time.
Sure.
So she's like, will you come with me? So I was like, okay. So we come down here anyway. We were in Midwest City at the time because that was when the ZumiCon was going on.
Yeah.
And so we just decided to go after that anyway since it was on the way back. And that's when she does her typical Brianna laugh. And then she blatantly is like, hey, Sable, what is your number? I was like, what? She's like, give me your number. And I was like, who's asking for it? And she's like, she was just, of course, teasing. And then I figured out it was you.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it Santiago? And she's like, maybe. And I was like, okay. So I gave her my number to give to you. You started texting me, and you did the whole like, oh, like, guess who this is? But I knew who it was, but I played along with it anyway.
Yeah. And so, like, the rest of this continued, I guess. Along with other great adventures or whatever. But after
8 years worth.
Yeah, after 8 years, I was actually talking to my friend Caleb last night, and I ended up saying this cliche thing in that, like, because he was talking about, like, oh, with a relationship, you have to, like, tolerate the other person's, like, BS. And I was like, I don't really think if you have that perspective, because I don't have that perspective. I don't think I have to tolerate Sable's BS. It's more that, like, oh, maybe this thing is inconvenient for me, but I care about her so much that I'm willing to do whatever. It's not putting up with anyone's BS.
I was going to say, I don't even know if it's like a BS rather than like maybe a quirk or something.
Sure, exactly. And those things I love. It's not like, oh, there's these imperfections and I guess I'll just overlook them. It's just like, no, I just love everything about you. I'm more in love with you today than I've ever been.
Aww.
And that's like the cheesy like marriage thing, but like it's true.
Fair enough.
So like one of the things that we had said that we were going to talk about here is I guess a sort of ground rule that people should establish whenever thinking about a long-term relationship with someone is knowing your non-negotiables.
Yes.
What's a non-negotiable?
It's been like forever since we talked about these.
Right.
I guess still definitely one for me, and this is just...
Well, I mean, like, what is a non-negotiable? And what?
Okay. Non-negotiable, at least, like, to my standpoint, is, like, you can't negotiate, like, to do something different. So if I'm very particular about something that maybe, like, you or someone else isn't used to, like, it's kind of like this is my rule in a way.
Yeah,
like, not so harsh, but, like, a non-negotiable for me is, like... take your shoes off if you're going to lie on the bed.
Right.
And that's just like with anyone because I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah. That's like a simple thing. But like even a greater non-negotiable, like I would say these are requirements that you have for your own life that if you're going to be in a committed relationship with someone, they have to be okay with these things.
Yes, that's a better way of putting it. I couldn't think of how to explain it.
So, like, what's one of your important non-negotiables?
For us as a couple?
Yeah. Well, just for yourself, for your own life, that this is something that I will not, like, this is something I require for my own life. And if you're not okay with that, then we're not okay.
Definitely art. You know more than anyone that my like end goal as a career is a character designer. And so that's like I'm not going to break away from that. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm going to come to like jobs that won't be character design, but like I'm not going to suddenly just be like give up after X amount of years and then be like, oh, I'm just going to do this job instead.
Right.
Like something that's just awful.
Yeah. You know? And so that's something that for a relationship, it's not even so much like, oh, okay, I have to be okay with your desire to do art. It becomes even more active in the sense that like I want to strive to make sure that I do my best for you to succeed in that. Because that's the thing, like every relationship has to be mutual. We have to have each other's goals in mind. Rather than the sort of passive, like, oh, okay, they're just going through their thing. Like, because we have to help each other. That's sort of the agreement.
Exactly. It's a partnership. It's not so one-sided, like, because I want to equally help you with music and where you want to go. But I also understand that, like, I know, like, you really want to do video games. But I also understand, like, along the way, like, there might be other things that you can use your talents for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but like, I want to help you get to where you want to be too.
Yeah. And so, like, speaking hypothetically, if we were dating other people and, you know, I get to know someone and I'm like, hey, look, I play video games. I love video games. And if we're going to be together, like, you're going to have to deal with the fact that I love video games. And if she's like, no, I hate video games. We're not having that in our house. And it's like, cool. Well, we just won't be in a relationship then. Sorry, goodbye.
Yeah. You and I have already talked about how we want to have, like, the display for all the consoles that we have. Even if we don't play them, it's going to be there.
Yeah. And so that's something that, like, for people to have these really important tenets of their life, if they want to be with another person for the rest of their life, then they have to make sure that the other person is on board. And so if one person wants to have kids and the other person doesn't, you know, then that's something that will be very difficult in the end. Oh, yeah. Or if someone wants to travel the world and the other person doesn't, then one person's going to have to, you know, throw away their dream in a way.
Yeah, it is a discussion I feel like a lot of couples need to have at some point, regardless, like, if they've known each other for, like, 2 weeks or, like, 2 years or longer. You know, I think I've talked to a few of my friends, like, I've talked to Megan, I've talked to Ray about, like, you should consider having that conversation with your significant other and, like, just kind of get that, like, feel for each other.
Yeah.
So then that way, like, they, like, your significant other knows, like, where you stand, but also so you know where they stand. Because, I don't know, I guess, like, you and I had this discussion, like, 2 years ago.
Sure.
But, like, it's still nice to, like, have and be able to look at and see where we've grown after all the years. And especially now that we are older and we are needing to adult in our lives now, me especially, since I have my own place. You know, it is kind of, like, eye-opening, and you start thinking in a different perspective than when you're younger.
Yeah.
And, you know, as Megan had called it, the honeymoon phase, if you will. It's like when you start out, like, your mindset's completely different than you are later in life.
Yeah. And that brings me to another point in a relationship. If we're doing, like, major tenets in, like, a stable relationship, one is discussing your non-negotiables. The other is adapting to changes. Whenever there's Chris Ryan, I quote Chris Ryan a lot, but, like, whenever you're in a relationship with someone for such a long time, it's not really a relationship with one person over time. It's a relationship with a series of slightly different people.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, to look at the person that I was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, those are completely different people. And
same for me.
Yeah. And so whenever you are in a long-term relationship, you have to acknowledge that, like, we're growing as people, and whenever changes happen, however gradually or sudden, that we have to adapt and grow and care for the other person as they, for one, feel out these changes and sort of need support through the changes.
Yeah.
I mean, one kind of big struggle that we had is whenever the word came out. I came out as an atheist.
Yeah. Well, basically, you left the church.
Yeah.
I want to say that as well. Because you still, like, I know you're atheist, but, like, you still believe in the morality of, like, a lot of religious beliefs and everything. But yes, that was probably, like, the biggest hurdle we've ever faced. And I mean, even when we first started out, like you said, we weren't dating, but like when we first met, that was probably, like, our first big issue because of the age and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely whenever you taught to me, like, after church, and how you told me, like, you just don't know where you stand anymore. You don't know if you believe in God anymore, all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that did hit me. And, like, we can briefly talk about this, I guess.
No, yeah. I mean,
like, not to, like, try and be like, oh, like, I don't want to talk about it. It's more just my concern for time.
Right. No, we're fine.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on the time.
Okay.
Uh,
but yeah, I guess from my standpoint, I just remember feeling, I don't know if betrayed is the right word, but like definitely like hurt and just kind of like in shock, because I had just gotten done with RCIA. I got confirmed, had my pilgrimage, if you will, as like some of the students had called it, since I got to visit Rome for school, and that was a huge like kind of spiritual thing for me. Ironically enough, I'm like on Facebook, I've been seeing like the memories of this day, and a lot of it is like stuff I just openly put on my status about God and everything, and how like really into the faith I was. I kind of look back on it, like kind of reading it, and I can't even read it anymore. Like looking at it, because I'm like, that's a completely different person than I am now.
Yeah.
Now I can say like, I'm not really sure where I stand with religion at all. I want to say I still believe in God, and maybe he's there or some sort of sentient being, but I'm really not sure. But I mean, I understand why you left, because I was even kind of that mindset, and we've discussed about it before.
Right.
It's not the church itself, it's more the people.
I mean,
or at least on my part,
right,
that's
yes.
how I still feel about it.
And
I know yours is more like science-based.
Yeah, but I can explain that in a different context, but at least with our relationship as a context, in that I acknowledge that I've influenced your spirituality
because you introduced
quite a bit
to the church at first.
Yeah. And I don't regret it. I don't regret
anything. I don't regret you ever doing it. Like, I'm glad you did. It's just, we're in a different place now.
Yeah. And, but you also wanted to.
Yeah. Well, okay. It was kind of more of a combination of, like, I don't know where I am right now in my life, but at the same time, like, I really wanted to, like, impress you, impress your family, and I wanted to make you guys happy. And since I wanted to be a part of your lives, and church was a big part of your life, like, I was like, well, I'll give this a try. I still remember going in, like, the first time to a Catholic mass and just being like, oh, God, I feel like they can all tell that I'm not Christian or that I don't go to church. I know. But, like, I was just, like, feeling so petrified, thinking, like, oh, God, I feel like they could, like, just see everything, even though I haven't done anything bad. It's just like, I'm not one of you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though, like, my parents have, or at least my mother has always claimed that we're Christian, we just never did anything. So, anyway.
Yeah, but so we've adapted and grown and sort of gone through these changes and sort of become more okay with where we are spiritually. And I think for myself, I still encourage you to, like, pursue whatever it is that you want to in Christianity or whatever context. And I hold that outside of my own view of, like, no, I don't believe in or particularly like religion.
Yeah.
But I also think that...
well, you also, and what I've really, like, appreciated that you've done, like, I know it was also kind of a struggle even afterwards, like, getting through it all. Like, you still come to church with me. I'll admit I haven't been to church in a while, but that's due to work at this point.
Sure.
Because I can't ask off on Sundays.
Right.
But, like, of the times that I have been able to go, you've been able to go with me unless, like, something else hadn't come up.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always really appreciated that. And that's kind of like you putting yourself second
Mm-hmm.
and putting like what I love or like my faith or whatever first.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a selfless act.
Yeah.
Which is something you should do as a couple.
Yes.
Be selfless.
And that brings me to another point. So again, marking our markers here. Discussing your non-negotiables, adapting through the changes,
mm-hmm.
and then being for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
I was, again, talking to my friend Caleb, but I was, because we ended up talking about relationship stuff yesterday. But I've seen that a lot of the culture that has come through like dating, especially through like Tinder or Grindr or whatever it is that you're doing.
All the apps.
Through all of the dating apps, is that like you scroll through people and go, I like this thing. I want this person. And so it's sort of like this.
It's based off of like appearances, isn't it?
Yeah,
in a way.
But then also just like people's descriptions and what they say on their profile. Right. And so whenever you scroll through someone else's profile and you go, ooh, I want this person. I want someone who's taller than me. I want someone who's into skateboarding. I want someone who blank, blank, blank.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you have this list of requirements that you want to fill for your own goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other person has their list of requirements that they want to fill for their own goal. And so whenever you end up going on this date, it's, I have this expectation of this other person. I want this from you.
I will admit, I do remember having a list of like, I guess my requirements, but that was back in high school.
Right.
And like, I never dated really anyone until my senior year.
Yeah.
Full of mistakes, but
Yeah.
like I remember, and of course being, the kind of emo-ish, tomboyish girl back then, I had certain requirements, I guess. But like honestly, kind of looking back at it now, like I feel like you do fit most of them. Honestly, so it worked out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had that growing up at all.
I guess sort of, but like not. I'm not too picky, I guess. Also, like whenever you are a desperate teenager, anything that is interested in you is worth pursuing. At least from that dude's perspective, that me 10 years ago, whatever.
We've discussed this where it's like a nice kind of ego stroke when like someone is interested in you and you kind of show that. But I guess in the same way, you have to also be attracted to them, because if it's like you're getting attention from somebody, but you're not attracted from them, then it's just creepy.
Yeah, exactly. And so it has to be mutual.
Yeah.
Yes, very important, the idea of mutual stuff.
Yeah.
In that, and if not mutual, then at least understood.
Yeah.
So, like, at the bare base of a relationship, if you're going through the Tinder thing, like, in order to actually have a real relationship, you have to be invested in the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to want what the other person wants. My oldest brother, Jesus, he thought of an equation for love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like a question in a poem, I guess. But it goes, I want what you want, but I don't know what you want. What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And so it requires that both parties be interested in that, because for me to want what you want, hopefully they'll want what I want too, in that by telling me what they want, then they're giving me something that I want.
Right.
So love has to be mutual. It has both both or however many parties are involved, whoever's into that, have to be involved in that. And so you have to care about the things that the other person cares about. You have to make their goals your goals too. And if there's some discrepancy in there, talk about it.
Yeah. Always communicate.
Yes.
That's another big thing.
Yes. The fourth tenet, just talk to each other. But still on the third, mutual thing, mutual, and if not mutual, understood.
Yeah.
Because, my favorite band is Radiohead. And I really love Radiohead, and I, can talk about Radiohead all day.
What you've kind of used as your guide for your own style. I've always known you to kind of be influenced by Radiohead and Death Cab and all of them.
But, you don't listen to them.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you don't really care for it. And, that hurts to an extent, but, at the same time, I'm okay with that. I understand that we're not the same person. And, sure, we can have different interests.
I'm just a weird person. I have, weird taste in music anyway. So, it has to be catchy to me. But, I can even get annoyed easily by, catchy music.
Sure, yeah. And, I mean, I acknowledge the differences in tastes or whatever, and I also acknowledge that, Radiohead can be really catchy or sometimes can be really annoying. It just depends on what you like. But, I
mean, you can also even say, I know you don't watch it nearly as much, but I know, you like Rick and Morty. I can't stand that show.
Sure.
I'm going to have a lot of people hate me, but that's fine. I can't stand it for the artwork. And as an artist, it's kind of I don't know if grotesque is the right word for it, but it's just not my style that I prefer.
Fine. Yeah,
so that immediately turns me off to the show.
I didn't play Borderlands because the art style kind of bugged me.
As a weeaboo high school student, if certain manga didn't look right, I wouldn't read it. The story was probably wonderful, but I didn't read it because it looked awful.
Yeah. And so mutual, and if not mutual, understood. We don't have a mutual love of Radiohead.
No.
But that's fine. I understand, and you understand that I like Radiohead. And
oh yeah, I always pay attention to there's still this pen. It's the astronaut from one of the album covers. It's either Death Cab or Radio.
It's Brand New.
Is it? Okay. They're all the same to me. I'm sorry. I saw it and I was
Stab in the heart.
Sorry. I love you.
I love you.
I remember seeing an enamel pen and I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's the astronaut from the album cover. And I think I remember showing it to you and you said it was. And then I looked further into it and they said it was too. So I was like, hey. So it's stuff like that. So I might not listen to it, but if I'm somewhere and if I see something cool that's related to them, then I'll be like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Babe would like this.
Yeah, we keep each other's interests in mind.
Yeah.
And it becomes especially helpful whenever we're buying each other gifts or whatever. But and then I guess another thing would be understanding the love languages, but we'll get to that. Communication.
Yes. I would almost say that's my number one thing.
Yeah. No,
especially now.
It's the number one thing. That it doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or a coworker or family. You have to communicate. So I don't know. What was the last time that I did something that bugged you? I can think of one a really long time ago. I think we were just out shopping or something, and you had grabbed my shoulder and pulled me aside or pulled me away from I don't know, people were around, And I was like, hey, please don't grab me and push me around. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember that. But like, you were like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And like that was just like a simple, silly thing, but it's just like, hey, I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it clear that I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. And so it's fine.
I'm just thinking because like we do that to each other now to make sure that we don't get smacked by something.
Sure.
Like it's just out of like pure like muscle memory, I guess.
Yeah, but instinct. I mean, we've gotten past that point. I just remember that a long time ago, and that
must have been like when we were like first starting.
Sure.
Or something.
But even
I feel
still,
attacked.
Even still, like being just willing to communicate through silly stuff like that, but then really important stuff, and so
right. I know there's been countless times where, like, maybe you did something or said something and it bugged me, but I never communicated about it very well. And I'll go ahead and just get on my soapbox about this. I'm definitely the person, like, before I met you, I've always just been the really quiet one. I had, like, a small group of friends before college that I had, like, pretty much through high school. I don't know if we ever really, like, talk to each other if there was ever any confliction or anything.
Conflict. Sorry.
Thank you. But definitely through just our like relationship, I always like still kept that where if something bugged me, I just kept quiet, but I would always be distant from you. And you would constantly ask me, like, what's wrong? Talk to me. And I still just wouldn't do it until, like, hours later. I mean, I'm still kind of that way now, but not nearly as bad. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, like, I feel like I'm becoming more blunt with you.
Yeah, and I'd rather have that.
I mean, I will say, like, I guess it also comes out of just being comfortable around you to the point where, like, again, we've been together for so long that we've just become used to each other. And so it's like, if something's bugging me, I'm just going to flat out say it either right there in the moment, or if you give me like 20 minutes to cool down, because that's also just how I am. I have a bad temper.
Yeah. and so, be willing to communicate. And I appreciate bluntness, and other people might communicate differently. But you can communicate about how you communicate. But like, if something's wrong, it's always better to deal with it right then. And if you can't right then, if you're still like too wrapped up in the moment or whatever, at least communicate and say, I don't want to talk about this right now, but we can do this later.
See, that was even an issue for me. It's like, even if I was still wrapped in it, I just wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I know that was kind of like another hurdle that you and I went through. And like, I know it's kind of like a learning curve for you, just like to try and understand how to handle when I'm like that. But it was more like for my sake, because I'm that person where it's like, this is my own shit. I got to deal with it, basically. And so I didn't want you to have to worry about it. And so I tried to handle it on my own. But I guess like everything would get wrapped up in like, just, it became a mess in my own head to where I just kind of shut down and I just stayed angry.
Yeah.
But like, again, over time, I'm still learning. But like, especially with you, if there is something that bothers me, whether it's like something you or I have done, or like just something in general, like we watched a Markiplier video. It was like one of the try not to laugh ones. And there was something that really took me over the edge. And I just had to say it. I was like, okay, this literally just like makes me want to like crawl out of my skin. Kind of thing. So like I'm still learning, you know, and it's just something that I've always dealt with. But like, I know over the years it'll get better and better. Hopefully I can like use that with like friends and family. Because that's still an issue. I think it's just, when you get to know someone and you're with them for so long, eventually, like, you just you feel comfortable enough. It's kind of like, what is it? I think it was like Jexa and the other queens were talking about like how you can like read the other girl.
Yeah.
And they don't feel insulted or like hurt. Yeah. It's like being able to like call like your best friend a bitch, but like she not get mad at it kind of thing. You know, it's like that.
Guys are usually really good about that.
Yeah. So like, I guess in a way I haven't been able to be at that level even with like my closest friends or with even my family. Yeah. You know, so, but like with you, like I'm definitely at that level. I hope. And like, if you feel that way.
Yeah, no, I am. And I would rather have brutal honesty than beating around the bush and nothing getting resolved. And that could just be the way that I am, and I just like solving problems as soon as they happen. I like solving problems. And so the fastest, easiest way to do so is just dealing with it right away.
Right. That was so foreign to me back then. You know?
Yeah.
I think also, like, thinking now, I do agree. I like trying to get it done and out of the way in the moment. But I think it's also trying to find that right moment, you know? So, like, if there is conflict, how do you handle it then? Like, whether or not you see that person that often, or if you do see them often enough, but, like, trying to find the right means because you don't want to come across as one way, because you don't know how they'll act and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's, again, it's finding that comfort in with the other person.
And you have to be willing to be open.
Yeah, I think that's like another really big thing. It's just the openness about it and understanding where the other person is coming from as well.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's anything that you get sort of like queasy about or like, I don't know, sheepish about that, I'm not really good at talking about this. Can we not do this right now? It's like, cool, understood. And it's a lot better to just understand it that way than trying to put it off and ignore it and beating around the bush and everything. But yeah, communication.
Exactly.
What was the other thing that you had? Or that I had said? Love languages.
Yes.
There's this book. I
there's
don't
like 5 of them.
I don't remember the author, but yes, there's.
Damn, I still have that book. I borrowed it from somebody. I don't remember if I still have it. If it belongs to one of my girlfriends, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I might still have it, unless you have it.
It's okay.
Then okay.
So help me out because I never remember all of them. Gifts, touch, quality time, acts of service, and words of affirmation.
Okay, yeah.
Cool, I didn't remember all of them.
I was gonna say you definitely remember them better than I did.
So like,
what's yours? Let's do this. Let's see like what each of yours is. And then we'll talk about the others.
I'm probably definitely touch, quality time, and then either words of affirmation or acts of service. I kind of lump those together because words of affirmation kind of is an act of service, but whatever. But I mean, words of affirmation, I have a podcast. I talk to people.
Well, I mean, I guess like it's fair to say like everyone kind of has that, even if it's not like their like main love language. Like to have that, I mean, everyone wants to hear like I love you or like I'm proud of you or like, encouragement. You know, I would definitely agree with like touch. Like you're not like a super touchy, like handsy, touchy person, whatever. But like,
I'm a hugger.
Yeah. Well, and we always hold hands and everything, like when we're walking or just if we're near each other.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that. I'd say that one's probably definitely your top one. Sorry, I had like a thought and then it went away.
What about yours?
Well, I was gonna say like you're definitely more like the touchy one, whereas I guess I'm not as used to that. But I mean, like, I don't mind if people that I know personally, like will lean on me or like hold hands or whatever.
Right.
Definitely mine is gift giving.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just a really generous person in general when it comes to people I care about. So, you know, that's always been the big one. I would say maybe acts of service probably is a big one.
Yeah.
What's the other
And
one? Because there was touch. God, now I'm trying to remember all of them. What was the other one that we haven't talked about? We haven't mentioned
of
it.
yours?
No, just like in general between the two of us.
Quality time.
Oh, is that one? I don't know. I would say quality time. I mean, I know, and I kind of want to like maybe map this out at some point in the podcast if we have time. I remember when obviously we first started out, we were pretty much seeing each other almost every day.
Yeah.
We always wanted to be around each other. And then eventually as time grew on, we got used to the idea of not seeing each other so often. And like even now, like to this day, since we are very opposite ends of like where we live, not literally, but I mean 45 minutes away from each other at this point, you know, I do really appreciate when we can see each other.
Yeah.
Like now.
Yeah.
Or like just if you can come over to like my neighborhood for like just games or something, you know, especially like when
I never mind doing it.
Yeah. Well, you said that you love driving.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts.
Listen to podcasts. You can listen to this podcast while you're driving. I'm always meta podcasting.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, definitely now I really appreciate it just because like, or like even if you randomly decide to show up at my school, like once I'm done, like I always love that.
Yeah.
And I know it's not as like easy now since your old house was like literally close to the school where you can go at any time. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And we've kind of had a struggle, sort of still have a struggle with gifts, is that like it's not one of my love languages and it's one of yours. And so like I'm not very good at gift giving.
No, I had to usually hint at you. Like, or at least just show you like the stuff I'm interested in hopes that you kind of understand like what I like.
Yeah. But I'm also like a stingy ass person. So I like,
yes,
I don't, because I'm so stingy and,
it's okay. I love you.
I always give very practical gifts.
Yeah.
And,
no, I think that's slowly rubbing off on me. Like the practicality of things. Like obviously I still love to give like little things here and there that are just fun that I feel like, oh, like this person would like this, whether it's with you or with anybody else. Like I made my mom one of those teacup candles from my girls' day just because like I feel really bad that, you know, I'm not at the house anymore and I know she's going through a lot. Does she need it? No, but she really appreciated it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a style of gift giving that I'm less good at, but because of you, I've sort of gotten that perspective and gotten a little bit better at that.
So I think one of my favorite gifts that you haven't given me, but you tried to give me was from last year, the frog from New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
It still makes me smile anytime I think about it. Like, I don't physically have one, but like the idea of it just like, I don't know, it's like something out of a friggin' like romance movie or something. I don't know. Yeah,
well, it's even more odd now that it's become like greater than the thing itself. So quick story. Last year we went to, man, that was a year ago.
You and your family.
Yes. Myself, Daniel, and my parents, because Seuss wasn't able to go. We took this long trip. We drove to
road trip
Key Largo. But we stopped through Memphis, Atlanta, Birmingham, and then stayed at Key Largo for a couple of days. Went down to Key West, did some scuba diving, It was like our first scuba diving experience, or at least mine. Then we went back up and went through New Orleans and stayed in New Orleans for one night.
Was it during Christmas?
Yes, it was on Christmas when we were at New Orleans.
Right.
And so my goal, I guess, because one of our like movies, I guess, the one that you and I sort of really connect with, because of when we watched it at that point in our relationship.
Well, that was like our first movie that we like went to go see together, right?
Maybe our first Disney movie, but like yes, as like a date, I guess.
First date-ish, maybe. I don't know.
We never really like dated, so.
We just became what we are.
Yeah. But so Princess and the Frog was like our first, like, it's special to us.
Yes.
And so since I was in New Orleans, I was like, I have to get her a frog, like charm or pendant or pin or whatever from New Orleans, because this is like, that means so much to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, I like went on a rat chase to like rat race, goose chase, whatever.
Something.
A rat goose mutant chase race to try to find a frog charm or pin or whatever, and we just like couldn't find anything. Anything that we did find was like kind of crappy. So like I was just like, it's not what I wanted. Or if there was anything, it was like crazy expensive. And so like just couldn't end up finding anything. And like I can't remember, like I probably got you something else anyways, but
you brought me a hat from the restaurant that you went to.
Yeah.
But you brought me the jellyfish pendant.
Oh yeah. That was from Key West, yeah. But I ended up,
and the red poster.
Yeah. Well, that was from the internet. But yeah, I think it's grown to be more than the thing itself, because I never got you the thing itself, but just more the idea of trying to do so.
Yeah, and I love it. And it is like the thought that counts, literally. Like, and even you just talking about it, like you see me, like I was just smiling about it because I think it's the sweetest thing in the world. And I love you for it.
And I love you.
Oh.
And I mean, I also appreciate it whenever you give me really practical gifts, because it shows me that you understand the kind of gifts that I like.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we've just gotten a lot better at that. Since time is a factor, what is there anything else that you want to add as far as relationship advice or whatever?
I have always said this ever since I can remember, even before I dated you. Don't rush into things. Definitely take your time, get to know the person. This has also been an experience for me where, if you want to call him a boyfriend or whatever, a relationship I was in, I met the person through a mutual friend, and like basically that night we decided to become a couple, I guess. Hit me hard when he broke up with me because, like, I guess he technically cheated behind my back.
Flirted with one of your friends?
No.
Or is that a different?
I don't know who you're talking about. No, he, like, basically, like, was hooking back up with his, like, ex-girlfriend after he said to my face, well, not to my face, I guess, like, sitting next to me, I would never cheat on her. He did. Just don't rush into things. I've heard, and I understand that everyone's like is in a different place whenever they're dating people. I get it, but to make something successful, to make it long term, if that's what you're seeking, like just be patient, get to know the person, like have them be like your friend first, you know, and then maybe it might form into something later. You never know. Like, just don't rush it, because then you're going to lead to more heartache. You're going to lead to more regret. because, we were both, well, you raised on Catholic, and then I've always just been this way in general. We've never wanted to, like, sleep around or anything with, like, each other or, like, our past relationships or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, keeping yourself, like, pure and just have no regrets. So when you do find your person that you want to be with for the rest of your life, like, you feel good about it.
Yeah.
You don't have any of that quote unquote luggage, as a lot of people, or baggage, as people say.
Yeah.
And with that being said, if you're gonna be in a long relationship, there's gonna be kind of many stages, as I've kind of like looked back on. There's the honeymoon phase, which is when you're first starting out, you're head over heels in love with the person, like the sappy, gushy crap that made people sick, kind of stuff. You want to always be with each other, all over each other, whatever. That probably lasts for about, I'd say 2 years, 1.5 years to 2 years.
Yeah.
Then I feel, and I've kind of seen this with like a few friends, where like by your second year is where you're getting out of that phase, out of the honeymoon phase, and you're slowly kind of transitioning into a more mature phase. I don't know, like what you want to call it.
Well, you get to like a routine.
Yeah, because I remember when we hit our 2 years, that was kind of rocky at this ish.
You might reach a point where like you're tired of the other person, or
that, or like you're finally starting to talk about more serious stuff, and that's when you're starting to be like, are we compatible? Are we not? And the non-negotiable kind of stuff. Like, we didn't talk about non-negotiables then in our 2 years, but like it's kind of like that point where it's like, okay, we've been together this long, maybe we should start actually being serious. 3 to 4 years, I think you're still kind of ironing out everything. And then like by the 5th year, you're kind of like, okay, am I going to be with this person for the rest of my life, or am I just kind of here kind of thing? It's like, because, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like maybe at some point in our relationship, the spark, if you will, was kind of not as present for us. And maybe it was just a lot of life changes just in both of our lives with everything. But like, it's kind of at that point, it's like, okay, do we...
Yeah. That's the routine that I was talking about a little early.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, like, do I want to be with this person? Do I not? Do I try and find somebody else?
Yeah.
And again, that's also like where you don't have to rely like on a physical relationship. Like, that's because then if that is all your relationship is, then I feel like you're not going to get as satisfied in it in the correct way that I think you should be in.
Yeah.
Because
be emotionally supporting each other and, I don't know, practically supporting each other as well.
Well, also, like, just have conversations with each other, like, about anything. Like, and I know a lot of people will think opposite of me, but I'm not one to where it's, like, be in a relationship just for, like, the intimacy part of it. Like, what I really love about ours is, like, we can sit and have conversations, even though, like, I myself am not the most intellectual on, like, certain topics. We can still have discussions, and I can give you I can give you different viewpoints on stuff.
Yeah, and even though you say you're not that intellectual, you always like bring up points that I have never thought about. And that's something that I've always enjoyed about our dynamic, is that I'm very sort of structure-minded, science and math.
Yeah.
By comparison to the way that you're a lot more organic and nature oriented.
Like, we are very opposite in mindset about stuff, but we do come to like a conclusion or like a mutual agreement on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've really hit that point yet where like just our viewpoints on something has been so like against each other. I don't think we've really had that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we haven't had like the huge talks about certain things more for my sake, just because of my mentality of it. I do want to have them. I think I'm getting to that point where I'm okay with it. But like death, or I'm awful about politics, so that may or may not ever happen. I don't know, just because I have absolutely no idea about it. Don't talk to me about politics, anybody. But I mean, I'm still open-minded about a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Certain things are like non-negotiable to me, but like other things I'm willing to listen.
Yeah.
Be like, okay.
Sure. Yeah, and then I think another quick point to make before we pack up is that consent is important.
Yes.
I know it's hard to bring this up in a quick point, but like even though we are in a relationship and we have certain agreements, we still have to like verbally or in some way communicate like, hey, I want this thing or I don't want this thing. And sure, consent is usually used in a sexual context, but like in lots of other contexts too. And so if I'm leaning in to kiss you or whatever, and you know, maybe a long time ago before we like had kissing on the table or whatever, not kissing on the table, but we have to sort of like understand that of each other. It's like, oh, is this okay right now?
You still do that now. Like, if I've been really upset about something.
Yeah, exactly. If we've had an argument or something.
I do have another point. Okay, go on.
That I'll, you know, we're leaving or whatever, it's late, and it's like, I understand you're still kind of upset, you're still winding down, but can I kiss you? And I always make sure to ask before I just like ambush you with my face. So.
Thank you.
What was your other point?
It is perfectly okay if you're in a relationship and you have arguments.
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about that at all, but I think if you've been in a relationship and you don't argue, or you haven't like had like a fight. I don't know if we've had fights. We've definitely had arguments, but like, it's okay. Like, sure, in the moment we're like upset with each other. I don't know if we've flat out been angry with each other or mad.
Not quite.
Maybe like close, but not to the point where it's like, I'm just like completely done with you. I've given you the silent treatment before, even through text, but it's okay. Like, that's also where communication comes in, and you talk about it later once you've cooled off.
Yeah.
If you don't have those, I do kind of worry that something's wrong.
Yeah, that there's some stuff that you haven't talked about, and there might have been some disagreements, and it's like, we just won't deal with this right now.
Yeah.
And the more that you do that, the worse that'll be later on, is that they start to pile up, and then you can be like, oh, well, I don't like this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. And
it just becomes a list of stuff, like grudges you have against that person that you just hang on to. But also, like, if you argue obviously too much, then there is a compatibility
there's some
issue.
Reason to think as to why maybe there's something fundamental in your relationship that you should work out, and not everyone's perfect for each other.
I'm gonna quote something from my lovely hairdresser Ray, because I love her. She said something whenever she like last talked to me about relationship stuff, and because she was asking me for a friend, literally a friend, not for her. She had said something that really struck me, and she said, you should be with someone that makes you shine. Like, where you can look at that person, like someone can look at you and be like, I can see that love because of your significant other.
Yeah.
Like, they make you better. They're there to like be your support, but also like, and for me to add to it, to be your best friend. I consider you my best friend in the world, and we do everything together. We joke, we laugh, we cry, everything. You know, and I think that's like something that should be a goal for people. Like, literally you're marrying your best friend,
Mhm.
you know, like, is eventually, like, if that's what you're about.
Yeah.
You know, or you can kind of like Jenna and Julian, like, I know they're best friends, but they
Mhm.
live together. They're not married, at least as
Mhm.
far as I know.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess to review, have you been listening, kids?
Wake up.
Talk about your non-negotiables. What was our second point? I'm already losing track of these things.
Were you paying attention?
I'm the one who made the attention. Talk about your non-negotiables. Out of order. Communicate. Love languages. Mutuality, is that a word? And then consent, yeah. Either way, go back and listen to all of this again if you need that again.
Take notes. Tell us what we talked about in the comments.
Yeah.
Do subscribe. Sorry.
Thank you for doing this.
Of
with
course.
Me.
Sorry we didn't have more time.
That's okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Where can we find you and your things?
You can find me mainly on Instagram right now at Sable and do believe it is an _
Yes.
creations. You can find majority of my artwork on there and just random photos if I'm feeling like it. I'm trying to mainly do art right now. We'll see. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, and then your Etsy store is of the same name.
Yes, it is. I do have
Sable and Creations on Etsy.
I do have a link in my Instagram bio. Go there, buy stuff, please. I have only 2 items out right now. I have a pin if you want to support the Standing Rock tribe. Suix. Is that how you pronounce it?
Sioux? I don't know.
It's all there, I promise. I know what I'm talking about. Go support them either through the link that I sent, or you can purchase one of my pins that I have designed especially for them, where I send 75% of all proceeds go towards the tribe to help them in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you don't do none of these chump percentages for charity. You do like a big chunk percentage.
Yes. But at the same time, also like helping a starving artist.
Yeah.
Then I do have another item that's to help support my local zoo. They're little animal charms. They're just toys that are painted gold just because they look nice.
They do look really nice. I love how those look.
Oh, thanks.
I wouldn't wear them myself because it's not really my style, but...
It's fine. They're a little too feminine. But yeah, I think I don't even remember the percentage I have on that.
Right.
Because no one's bought any yet, but that's fine.
Buy them.
Buy them, please.
But
yeah. And keep an eye out for when I start selling prints, hopefully soon, and maybe some Christmas stuff soon.
Yeah.
Where can we find you at?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me do the thing. Again, thank you. I'm Santiago Ramones.
And I'm Sable.
You can find everything that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. I have music. I have this podcast. You can find my music through my website. I have stuff that you can download or buy on Bandcamp. That is Songs with Words demo or Red. You can pay $0 or you can pay $1,000. I don't care. But, you can download and see what kind of stuff I make. There's also my composery stuff on my SoundCloud. I always end every podcast with my 3 things, sort of shape my life philosophy and everything that I do. Those 3 things are: love never fails, it's going to be okay, I might be wrong,